Peace to you. It's good to see you. This album that I'm releasing, I wanted to let you know the importance of it and why I really enjoy it. 3 points. The fact that it's an electronic album, my first one. The second point is the creativity that went behind it. And the third point is the wording behind each of the names. I wanted to bring something different this time around, make sure that I congruently gave my childhood, my present self, and the self that I want to grow into as well. And through this album, a lot came out of a box. I thought about everything that I went through from my childhood and the way that I felt when I first started even looking into production, going from drum sets in church and piano sets in my home, and then just even going through electronic samplers and beat machines and figuring out software in my early college days as well, buying my first Mac back then. A lot of times I just felt like I was creating out of necessity because it was just the only thing that felt normal. And now it feels even more so that I am just so intrigued with what can come out of a sampler. As simply as that's put, I love figuring out what I can put into a sampler and then what I can make come out of it. And the creative superhero in me wants to go leaps and bounds and figure out even beyond that the sound designs and what can you do with silence as well. A lot of what I've done with this album is really just take on what I love in music, which is beautiful chords, heavy hitting drums, beautiful, interesting low end bass, and pretty dope arrangement. A lot of things that'll surprise you, a lot of things that'll bring you to life. A lot of things that I'm thinking about is why electronic? Because it very much felt like a calling home to Brainfeeder. And when I think about Brainfeeder, I think about, of course, Flying Lotus and Teebs. And then I think about all the creative outlets that they take on and the shows that they bring. And you don't feel like you're in this world. You feel like a tourist in this world. You feel at home when you listen to this music. And a box to me is home. It's home base. We live in boxes. We talk through boxes. And we speak through boxes. So a lot of what I felt was, hey, electronic music can be a home base for me. I wanted to be as raw and as transparent as possible, which is why I'm also wearing tank tops this whole month. And I'm gonna just be speaking to you vulnerably about why I chose certain sounds and why I felt that creating through this music in a whole nuanced way was the best plan of action for this electronic album. Truly, I'm just going through another series. As you've already heard, the Nathan Nada Nothing series, where I do a bunch of crazy flips and remixes to some of your favorite artists. And then I've done the Sound series, where it's a lot of my instrumentals, like compiling sounds like, and then there's gonna be another one that's coming out too. And then just growing within that, making different types of beat tapes with a mixture of flips and covers and interludes and just figuring out my own path with that. And I felt like this was the best foot forward as a debut electronic album, just for me, myself, and I, right? The idea that I really wanted to make sure that putting away any doubts of me just playing chord and creating bass lines and creating my own drum patterns with no one else in mind, not trying to mimic anyone else. That was the basis of this whole album because I felt like I got a lot out of the box. Cannot wait for you to hear the full album completely. That's about it.